Hey guys, MeanSpeed here with another underpowered weapon video. So today's underpowered weapon of choice is going to be the Space Knight Special, also known as the Plasma 45, which is the one I'm using in this video. Also known as the Laser SMGs. These are really underpowered because they're basically reskins of the moderate SMGs. Basically like a reskin of the default SMG for soldiers, except that it has an alt fire and it's faster firing than the default SMG, and it's also a bit more accurate. And you'd think all of those things would make it really good, but actually it's not. And I'm going to obviously go through all of these with you, telling you what's bad about it and my thoughts on how to buff it. So first of all, these weapons came with the space release, which came with the much hated laser MGs, but these are completely different to the laser MGs. A lot of people confuse the rule on most servers no laser, meaning meaning laser MGs. Most people think it means the SMG as well. And if you really think that that's what the rule is, then you really need to think differently, because this weapon should not be even considered being put on a rule list for a server, because it's so weak. I mean, that's the problem, that people get confused and other people think it's overpowered when it's not, because they confuse it for the MG. So yeah. So the good things about this, basically it's like I said, it shoots fast and it's accurate, okay? So those two things can be quite a deadly combination, with burning bullets to, you know, burn people very easily because it's accurate and fast. Pretty much from any range you'll be able to burn someone unless it's a very long range. So yeah, definitely used, definitely can be used well with burning bullets. Definitely recommend it on groups of people as well. It can burn multiple people at once. So yeah, if you really want to get the most damage out of this weapon, by all means get Burning Bullets 5. Seriously, it really does need the Burning Bullets help it can get. Because honestly, without Burning Bullets, it's so weak and you're only going to do good damage in moderate range, so that extra 9 damage over time will be helpful. So yeah, I would recommend Burning Bullets. So also, another good thing about it is it's actually, to be honest with you, I think I've covered everything that's good about it. Personally, I think that the only other good thing I like about it is not actually gameplay related. It's just how it looks and sounds. I like the red lasers coming off the national one. I like the blue lasers coming off the royal one. And I like the golden versions of these. They actually made golden versions, and I was kind of hoping that they would release them in golden form, because it would encourage more people to use them, because they are very rare to see in game because of how underpowered they are. So, you know, it would increase, you know, the popularity of the weapon if they did release the golden ones. Anyways, moving on to the things that are bad about it. It's very weak in any range that isn't moderate. It's decent in close range, but definitely you're going to get destroyed by cheesers, M16s, knives, and so on. And in terms of high-level games like the one I'm in now, it's very hard to maintain a positive KD. I mean, not like you should really care, but just throwing that out there, it's very hard to maintain a positive KD using this weapon. But I think I did end up with one. But you know, that's purely from you know, using burning bullets with it, and most of my kills were from burning bullets. Now, like I was saying, it's very weak, and something else that's very weak about it is the alternate fire. Now, when this weapon came out, alternate firing weapons was sort of a new thing. I think the battle rifle was the first weapon to actually introduce alternate fires with the grenade, and then from there we had things like Max's magnified MG, which I will cover in a later video, but I probably won't have footage of it because I don't own the weapon. But yeah, one of the newest weapons at the time to have alternate fires. And yeah, it's very bad. The alternate fire itself does pretty bad damage. I believe I got a 12 in long range at one time, which is terrible. I'm sure it does okay damage in moderate range, which is its preferred range. But here's the problem with the alt fire. Okay, it takes a while. You have to charge it up by holding down your right mouse button, and then you have to release it. You just have to keep holding it down. Like I said, it's weak. It takes a while to charge up and hit someone. It has no splash damage to it, the shot. You have to land it directly on someone, which is pretty hard to do in a high level game when you got people running around who have Leggett on them and stuff. And also, this is the worst thing about it for me. It uses up half of your ammo. You have 40 ammo to start with, and the alt fire will actually reduce that to 20, so it kind of is really pointless. You might as well use up the 20 normal shots. You're going to get off more damage anyway, and you won't waste the time charging it up, and so on and so on. So yeah, kind of a pointless alt fire in my opinion. I really don't know why they thought it would be a good idea. Maybe just to bring something new to the table, but I mean, it's still not very powerful. And yeah, the normal shots probably worth it to just use them. But yeah, and I mean, I don't know why that they made the alt fire so weak, and the fact that it only has 40 ammo. I mean, really, it should have, I think, 50 or 60 at least. I just think that would make sense, and the alt fire making you lose 20, well, half of your ammo in total. That's pretty pathetic, to be honest. I mean, it would only make sense to make it lose that much ammo if it was powerful, but it's not. So, in my opinion, they could have made it just like any other alt fire, where it has its own ammo capacity and reloading that doesn't actually involve the main firing of the gun. But in this case, yeah, it does, and it's very irritating. So, how can this weapon be improved? Well, yeah, damage buff definitely. It needs to be more viable in closer range, definitely. Long range, I mean, long range, to be honest, you don't really want to be using this in long range. The only good thing you can get out of using it long range is to burn people, because it is accurate, like I said, no matter what range, unless it's really far away. But yeah, definitely damage increase for close range. I think an ammo increase would be good, because you do run out of ammo quite fast. It does shoot pretty fast. The alternate fire definitely needs a rework. It really does. Maybe they could increase the damage of it, reduce the time it takes to charge up, and remove the half ammo. The half of your ammo that it takes to use it, because really it shouldn't do that. I don't know why. I mean, obviously it was intentional, but they really should have made it more powerful. I mean, to take out half of your ammo to do 12 damage in long range. Okay, that's like one shot of a long range pistol. I mean, think of all the stuff you're giving up to do that little damage. And I'm sure, like I said, you know, it's powerful, you know, in closer ranges, but still you're better off using the normal fire, and an alternate fire that's pretty weak isn't really good, so they should probably change it in that aspect. And also, I don't know really, I think it is accurate enough, it's just very weak in long range. Moderate range, it's okay, but I mean, you're still going to get beaten by people with warfighters and battle rifles. So in terms of that, you really should, like, I guess, I think they should maybe even increase the damage in moderate range, and to sort of balance that out, if they did buff it well in terms of damage in that range, maybe give it less ammo, maybe make it shoot a bit slower, maybe. I'm not sure, but yeah, definitely another weapon that I think really needs to be buffed. Very underused for the obvious reason, like most weapons that I'm going to be showing and reviewing, in that they're weak. Okay, people won't use them if they're weak. I mean, there are people, you know, out there who can play well with weapons like this, such as Rafflecopter. You know, he he's one of those people who likes a challenge and can play well with underpowered weapons, and you know, that's good. I don't like it when people just think that you have to have really overpowered stuff to do well. But I mean, this definitely does need a buff. You know, I mean, I've used it as well for a fair bit, and I do think that it's very fun to use. It can be a you know, fun, but really it's one of those weapons that I'd like to see to get a buff, because you know, it's just, it deserves one so much. I mean, Easy released this weapon maybe 2-3 years ago. It hasn't had any changes since, whereas the Laser MG has. So this weapon's been completely neglected in terms of updates to it. So yeah, I really think they should buff it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See ya.